Mendel's law of dominance. This is first law of Mendel. Let's see the definition. On crossing a pair of contrasting character, the allele factor which express itself in F1 generation is called as dominant character, and the allele factor which gets suppressed in presence of dominant character is called as recessive character. So let's see the explanation. Consider height of an pea plant. In height, there are two contrasting characters, tall and dwarf. So when a homozygous tall plant is crossed with homozygous dwarf plant, cross means we take the pollen grain of a flower of a homozygous tall plant and transfer it on the stigma of a flower of a homozygous dwarf plant, or vice versa. So when a homozygous tall plant is crossed with homozygous dwarf plant, here homozygous tall means capital T, and homozygous dwarf means small t, small t. So during meiosis, here the gamete formation, here will be capital T, here will be small t. So in F1 generation, here will be capital T and small t. Here there are two alleles, capital T and small t. This seed on germination will produce a tall plant, and this tall plant will be heterozygous tall. You can see there are two genes, two alleles, capital T and small t. Capital T will express itself as small t will get suppressed. So here in F1 generation, the plant will be heterozygous tall. So this is law of dominance. Let's see further. On selfing, inbreeding, when the result of F1 generation are self-crossed. So here in parental generation, this heterozygous tall plant is crossed with heterozygous tall plant. Here will be capital T small t and capital T small t. So here capital T, small t, capital T and small t. Let's do the crossing by checkers board method. Male flower, female flower. So here will be capital T, here capital T, small t, here capital T, small t, and here small t, small t. So here out of 4 plants, 3 plants are tall and 1 plant is dwarf. This is phenotypic ratio, 3:1. 3 plants are tall and 1 plant is dwarf. Let's see the genotypic ratio. 1 plant is homozygous tall, that is capital T. These 2 plants are heterozygous tall, that is capital T, small t. And this 1 plant is homozygous dwarf, small t. So the genotypic ratio will be 1:2:1. Recessive genes do express themselves when they are in homozygous condition. So here phenotypic ratio is 3:1. 3 plants are tall, 1 plant is dwarf, and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. 1 plant is homozygous tall, 2 plants are heterozygous tall, and 1 plant is homozygous dwarf. Since here we have considered only 1 pair of contrasting character, it comes in monohybrid cross, and this is the monohybrid ratio.